Hello, it's Dana Marie on YouTube and Dana Doodles 2 on Instagram. This is a flip through of my January pages in my Creative Daily Journal. And today we're going to work on January 23rd, probably a little of other pages, see what we can get done in 20 minutes or less. All right, so here I'm just opening some stickers I probably got at the dollar store. I have that picture of the cell phone that says, "How are you?" And I put meh. I got that from a magazine. I actually have two of them from old magazines. So I need to get tweezers because these stickers are very dainty and I'm not. All right, so Saturday the 23rd. I'm filming this on January 26th. I did 4 videos that day. 2 of them have already been posted. And I'm doing the voiceover for 2 more because, see, I'm trying to get the tiny little hole poked out in the E. I need tweezers. I need to add that to my list. Took me a while to get everything working. I had problems from everything from internet issues, which is weird because we have really good internet here, unlike our last house, but it wouldn't load. And then I get it uploaded and, well, I thought I did, and it said I didn't have room on my phone. Probably because I have 5,000 photographs on my phone. And I never transfer them to my laptop because my laptop is used and it performs like it's used. So I think it might have a heart attack if I try to put 5,000 pictures on it. I don't know what to do. I have all these pictures now, and I will go through them, and I have started, but I think I've eliminated about 1,000 of them. But if I can't put them on my computer, and I don't want to get rid of them, I don't know what to do. So I went through and deleted enough that I could actually take care of my video, and now I don't know what I'll do when I try to post this video. I guess I'll have to go through my phone, the tedious process of deleting any photographs that might be doubles or I just don't want to save for all perpetuity. But we'll see how that goes. So I just put Meijer there because I know this is shocking. That means I went to Meijer. One of my rare trips out of the house. The pandemic is really, it's interesting because I am an introvert. Or I say I'm an extroverted introvert because once I know you, I never shut up. As you can probably tell from the length of my videos, I'm talking to you, which is you in quotes, somebody out there in the interwebs watching my videos. But you're not right here in my face, so I don't have to freak out because I might have to talk to you. So really, I'm probably a shy extrovert. I'm not really sure. Anywho, being at home for the pandemic is not hugely different, except that I can't have friends over because I worked from home anyway. My husband already worked from home. I homeschooled my son for years, and he had finally gone to high school for 9th grade. So he should be in high school now, but he chose e-learning, and I let him make that choice. So we're all here all the time anyway, and it's really not a new experience for us. So for me, going out once a week or once every other week to the store is about all I do. And I have to admit that after a year, or almost a year, that is getting a little bit old. So here I'm writing with marker AP Bio, because that's something we watched. Oh, I was going to tell you this story in my last video, and I ran out of time because I yapped too much. My phone is covering it now, but you'll see in a second that Mr. Clean thing. I was walking through Meijer, and it's a funny story. I think it's funny. My husband doesn't think it's funny. Whatever. I was walking through Meijer, and he was in the grocery side getting the boring stuff, and I was walking around looking for household stuff and stuff for the dog, yada, yada, yada. And I walked through a cleaning aisle, and I saw this mini plunger, and it says, like, sink plunger, or I don't know. You'll see when it flips back. So it brought back a memory for me that is hilarious now, but I was so annoyed at the time. Years ago, I want to say 10 years ago, I had gone out somewhere and apparently the kitchen sink clogged. So my husband took the toilet plunger and plunged the sink because he couldn't get it unclogged. Okay, gross, but you do what you got to do. Fine. The problem was then he put the dishes back in the sink and then the kids were taking the dishes out of the sink and I was like, oh, that's disgusting. Everything has to be sanitized. But he thought it was no big deal. I'm like, that thing's been in the toilet. Anyway, so see, you can see it there. It says sink and drain plunger, Mr. Clean. Well, that was a sticker that had like the sticker on the front, the sticker on the back, and it had like you could make it a tab. So I decided to go ahead and put it in my journal as a tab. But I didn't want it was a big tab, so I didn't want it sticking out the side of my journal. So I went ahead and put it on a tip-in. And then on the other side, I put one of the monsters from Little Raven Ink. Here I'm putting RA awareness because our second oldest child was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis. And Kay is 29 years old. So that's kind of a bummer. But we know that it is treatable with diet. He will feel much better. So this is the 25th. It snowed. See, I can't just do one page. I can't just sit down and do one page in completion because I never do that. Like last night, I was working on some January pages that I haven't even finished yet. And it is now February 4th, I want to say. It's Friday, so whatever the first Friday is in February. I think it's the 4th, maybe the 5th, whatever. So I was trying to finish up some of my January pages, actually the 28th and 29th, I think, 30th, 31st. I had a whole bunch that I needed to work on. But I go back and when I think it's complete, I go back and I fill in spots with, just fillers and borders, or I think of something that I should have put on that page and I go back to it. So until probably a good week into February, my January isn't even officially done because I still have things to add. And so it's hard for me to film like a journal with me and have it a completed page because it just doesn't work that way. So I will do some of the pages on this video. And then the next video, you'll probably see me do some of this page and some of the previous pages. I might add to them. Who knows? That Monday and the 25 are both from Love Lynn's Life. She is on Etsy. I think it's Love Lynn's Art on Etsy. And she's on YouTube. If you haven't seen her, check her out. You know you've seen her. If you're coming to me, you've seen her. And if you haven't, well, then you need to. Look up her YouTube videos, Love Lynn's Life. I was her Patreon. She has a great Patreon. So many printables. It's so worth it. And then I have Little Raven Ink. You won't probably see any of that in here yet because I haven't done it. That 24 is Love Lynn's Life. You see this box that I'm opening. Most of that is Love Lynn's Life. They're my Days of the Week stickers. And Little Raven Ink, I'm on her Patreon. She has a ton of great printables. That Garfield I printed myself. A lot of these like Fabulous Friday and you see the Taco Tuesday. I just Googled and printed those myself just to have some variety in my book. So I'm looking for a day of the week. I have a lot and I need to go through them. And as I've said in previous videos, I did at the beginning start doing this. I cut them up and put them in these little square containers to sort them out, which I thought was great, but then they get full and you see how, look, don't tell anybody. See, I'm holding my finger to my lips. That's my secret stash. That was my birthday money that I'm stashing and holding. I'm saving it for a rainy day or a sunny day or a day that I just need to splurge. So, shh, don't tell. So, unfortunately, you can see how long it takes me to find anything in here. So then I decided to print my printables and stick them in a file folder. I think that's still a better system than this one because look how many I actually have to look through to find whatever day of the week. I'm hoping, I was going to say, I hope I give up soon because this is annoying me and I'm watching it. I'm watching myself and it's annoying me. So anyway. So there you can see clearly the tab. That gray thing is a paint sample, a big one. I like those because they're easy to just tip in. And if I want to decorate the front, which I will, then I do. And if I don't, it's a color and I just cover the back with paper or something else. Sometimes I journal on the back, sometimes I don't. I'm trying to remember what I wanted to put on here. I should have grabbed my journal. Again, I didn't grab my journal to do this voiceover. I kind of have to fit these voiceovers in between times when I think that the boys will be down. My husband's upstairs on conference calls. My son is upstairs doing his e-learning, and I'm downstairs sitting in my husband's recliner, hoping they don't come down and interrupt because, they come down. Usually the dog just finally lays down and goes to sleep because she's a puppy, so she's a lot of work. And then they'll come down and wake her up and rile her up, and then they leave. So I kind of have to fit this stuff in between. And I am working, air quotes, but again, I work for a seasonal business, and it's January. No, it's February. Well, on this day that I'm filming, it's January. Anyway, any hoozles. So the phones are quiet. I have many interruptions that could happen. The guys could come down. My phone could start going off. Here I tried to fit Sunday. I should have known that it wasn't going to fit. So I'm peeling them back up. This book that I have used a Leuchtturm. That one I do not know how to say. I've used a Rhodia because I won it in a giveaway. So I've used those before, and now this is one of those Artist Loft journals from Michaels. I don't know if I'll use that next year. Right now, this is my first, this is the first time I'm starting a new journal in January. And I really tried hard to do that so I could have maybe 6 months in this one and 6 months in the next one. However, the paper, the reason I mention that is because the paper, it's dotted, and most stickers, unless they're super, super, super sticky, I can put down and pick up like I just did, and they will be just fine. So I do like that. So I just put Sunday, and there's no punctuation in this alpha set, so I just put a marker dot. I don't know what that blue sticker is. Oh, library. And the cloud, I'm pointing to it on my iPad while I record my voiceover on my phone. Like you can see me point. That cloud in the corner it's like a watercolory sticker sheet. I got it in Happy Mail, and I love those. And then that's my Dymo. I finally just decided to use my Dymo. Oh, I already have Monday on there. Haha. Now I have 2. Mondays are kind of extra. And I'm going to put this Garfield sticker. I printed a bunch of those because, I love Garfield's attitude about Monday. So there's a lot of things that you can put on there that you can Google for Mondays and Garfield. And I just printed a whole bunch of them. Usually he's looking grumpy or tired. So I put that in there. And I don't know what it says because I didn't get my journal. I ordered, that was a clear Elmer's glue stick, and I like it better than the purple glue sticks. I hate those purple glue sticks. I hate them. See, flipping back and forth. I ordered a Yoo-hoo or a Oohoo? Yoo-hoo glue stick. This is just a sticker book that I got from Michael's on clearance for $5. It's got a lot of cute stickers in it. But I feel like all of the stickers are like happy, positive, and I'm sure that's a good thing, that your stickers have positive affirmations and happy-go-lucky stuff and rainbows and happiness. But I feel like I just need another sticker book that says, today sucked. What a crappy day. Go away. I would love a sticker that says, go away. I know, I'm so terrible. But, we all have those moments. So It'd be nice to have a sticker book that has just I don't want to say negative. I don't want to have a negative attitude, but you know what I mean. Sometimes you just need to call it what it is. Some days are just, let's see. Those Sunday letters, the letters that I used for Sunday, I've had those forever. I had this idea years ago that I was going to scrapbook. I never did. I like the creative journal because it allows you to journal. It allows you to decorate. You can do art in your journal. And you can put pictures in it. So it's like scrapbooking, kind of. I never print them on, like photo paper, though. Just regular copy paper. In 20 years, will that hold up when I'm dead and gone? Oh, I hope I'm not dead and gone in 20 years. Eek. Let's say 40. That's a bit ridiculous, but let's say it anyway. I hope they hold up. Maybe somebody will look at my journals, but maybe they won't. And that's okay. I'm doing it for me, and if anybody else enjoys them later on, then they do. It's hard to imagine somebody wanting to read about my mundane life, especially right now. But I have to say, if my grandmother had kept a journal, I would have loved to sit and pore over that. It would be a cherished thing to me, but I'm a little weird. Not everybody's weird like me. So these stickers are really cute. I don't know what I'm looking for exactly, but you can see again, I'm pointing at the cloud. The cloud in the upper right corner. Those watercolor clouds are so cute. I love them. And I love the Polaroid numbers from Loveland's life because my son is very into Polaroid photography. It would drive me crazy, honestly, because I go with him to take photos and I have a hard enough time with my DSLR to get the lighting right. Now try to use a Polaroid and it's really hard to get the correct lighting. I'm just using a junk mail envelope there to put the glue on because I forever get glue all over my pages and then they stick together. You have heard before of my struggles with glue. I either get glue all over everything. I don't like my fingers to be sticky. And then you can see that arrow up there by the pain. I'm saying my pain level is up. That arrow would not stick down. I think I eventually, after gluing it, and it still wouldn't stick, and see that ripped because it stuck to the envelope. So I just covered it with marker and rubbed it in. I think I eventually put a sticker over it. I think I eventually, with that arrow, ended up putting tape on it because it just would not stay. And there you can see the Mr. Clean tab. What I ended up doing, because the strip of paper that was between the front and the back on that sticker was really long, so I cut it and shortened it so it could make a shorter tab. And here I'm going through, I can't remember what book these came from, but I have a bunch of these snarky little sayings, but they never seem to fit. So I'm going to try and get them on there, but I eventually give up. I think I've only used like 1 or 2 of those. So let's see. This is filmed on the 26th. It's probably going to post today, which again, I don't know if it's the 4th or the 5th. It's one of them, I can tell you that. It is Friday, the whatever, in February. So I live in the Midwest, and we are being hit with a nasty cold front. We had a snowstorm last weekend, and then we had more snow on Monday and more snow in the middle of the week. My husband just snowblowed. That's a weird. He took the snowblower out and removed the snow from the driveway. Again, and today's Friday, and it's bitter cold, and our wind chills are in the negative. This is not okay, people. It's not. As I said in a previous video, all of my life I have lived in Indiana, Illinois, or Wisconsin, all skirting the lake. So if you look at a map of the U.S., and you look for Lake Michigan, you will see that it borders several states, not just those three. But I have lived in Northwest Indiana. That's where I was born and raised. I moved to Illinois, Northeast Illinois. Then I moved to Southeast Wisconsin, then back to Indiana, then back to Illinois, and now I'm back in Indiana. So I have always lived within an hour of Chicago, close to the lake, some days close, some days, I don't move that often, sometimes closer to the lake than others. And then, of course, you get the lake effect snow and cold, cold, cold. I have no idea what I'm doing here, people. Is this almost over? It is. All right, well, I'll see you on the next video.